Okay, so let us have a discussion on the triangles. We have already discussed exercise 7.1 in my previous video, and we discussed about specifically congruence of triangles. We discussed about the various criteria which are used to prove two triangles are congruent, and those criteria are SAS criteria. Then we discussed about AAS criteria, ASA criteria, and we also discussed about SSS criteria and RHS criteria. Though the questions related to RHS and SSS criteria, okay, SSS criteria we have already discussed, right? But RHS criteria we have not utilized till now. That we will be utilizing in exercise 7.3 specifically. Here in this exercise 7.2, we are going to discuss congruence of triangles, means we are going to utilize the property of congruent triangles, and simultaneously we will be utilizing the property of isosceles triangle. That property which I have not discussed, now we will be discussing. Okay, so congruence of triangles, let me tell you the criteria which we have already used. So, rule of congruence. We already told that the two triangles can be said as congruent. Two triangles can be said as congruent if their corresponding parts are equal. In that case, if two triangles are given to us ABC and DEF, and if their corresponding parts are equal, like angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. Similarly, AB is equal to DE, and then AC is equal to DF, and BC is equal to EF. In that case, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the sequence has to be maintained ABC if we are writing. Similarly, here in second triangle also we must write as DEF. We should not write as EFD or FVD like this. Okay, rules. So we discussed about SAS, that is side angle side. We discussed about angle side angle ASA criteria. We discussed about AAS criteria, means two pair of angles and any one side. If they are equal in both the triangles, then also triangle will become congruent. Okay, we discussed about SSS criteria, that is if all the sides are, means corresponding sides are equal, then also the triangles can be proved as congruent. And fifth one is RHS criteria, that is right hypotenuse side. Okay, then this particular property of an isosceles triangle we have not discussed. Isosceles triangle actually is what? If ABC is a triangle and if the two sides AB is equal to AC, isosceles triangle means two sides of a triangle are equal. Any two sides it may be. Now, if the two sides are equal, in that case, the angles opposite to the equal sides are also equal. Means if AB is equal to AC, angle B is equal to angle C. Similarly, converse of this theorem is also true. Means if we are given, if angle B is equal to angle C, it means AB is equal to AC. Okay, here we were given if AB is equal to AC, so angle B is equal to angle C, right? So this particular property we are going to utilize it also, right? Now in question number 1, we are given in an isosceles triangle ABC with AB is equal to AC. So let us first draw the figure. compulsorily in mathematics, wherever geometrical questions are there, we need to draw the figure, and then only it is possible to solve the questions. So in an isosceles triangle, so already it is given that it is an isosceles triangle where AB is equal to AC. This is given to us. And the bisectors of angle B and C intersect each other at O. Okay, bisectors of angle B and C. So bisectors like this, if we will be writing, okay, so this is the point O where the bisector is meeting, means this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, so we can write that angle ABO is equal to angle OBC, angle ACO is equal to angle OCB. These two are also given to us. And now join A to O, right? If we will be joining this A to O, so that OB is equal to OC. Okay, OB is equal to OC and AO bisects angle A. It means if we are proving triangle ABO and triangle ACO, if we prove that both are congruent, we will be able to prove all these things what we need to prove. So let us take it in triangle, or I will be writing here in triangle ABO and triangle ACO. Okay, in that case, in triangle ABO, we do have AB is equal to triangle ACO, it is AC. So it is given because it is an isosceles triangle, right? Okay. Also, it is the side, okay, right. So what we are given here, this O is the intersecting point, and we have in this two triangle this AB is equal to AC, okay, and if this angle, so this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle, okay, and completely this angle B is equal to angle C. If angle B is equal to angle C, angle B is equal to angle C, it means half of angle B is also equal to half of angle C. Yes, it is there. It means we can say that angle ABO is equal to angle ACO. Very well, it will be equal, right? And then another we do have, you can say, and also we can see that if this angle, half of this angle, so here OB is equal to OC, okay, we will prove later on. And another one, actually it is side angle, and one more side it is there, this one AO will become common, okay, AO will become common. So here what it is there, that we can say that if OB and OC are bisectors and meeting at a point O, then AO is also a bisector of angle A. Then compulsorily this angle also will be equal to this angle. Okay. So what we have seen here, we can see that AB is equal to AC, already we have proved. Then we can go for half of angle A. So we can say that angle BAO is equal to angle CAO also. That also we can write. So let us write that one. So it will be angle BAO is equal to angle CAO. Okay, as AO will be the bisector. Similarly, AO will be equal to AO common. Then it will become with SAS rule. So triangle ABO is congruent to triangle ACO by SAS rule. SAS rule of congruence. Once the two triangles have become congruent, okay, oh, we need to prove that AO bisects angle A. So that part we should not use it here. That part we should not use it here, though it is true, but then also we will not be using that concept. So we will not prove it with the help of this concept, because already we need to prove. So let me erase these things, and we will use another theory. Okay, right. We'll use another one. Okay, so what we will be going for? So we can see that angle ABO is equal to angle ACO. Okay, right? And then we can say that OB is equal to OC, and AO, you can say AO is equal to AO, and one more angle if we can go for. So which angle we can make it? SS, and AB is equal to AC. Okay, so we are already given AB is equal to AC. So this one will become, you can say, side angle side. We can take it as side angle side, because this angle, but we need to prove at OB is equal to OC, but compulsorily it will be equal only. Okay, so then we can prove triangle ABO is congruent to triangle ACO by utilizing the concept of this angle AOB is equal to angle ACB. We cannot use it now at present. Okay, so SAS rule we can put it two sides and one angle. So SAS rule we can put it, and therefore OB will become equal to OC. Okay, and also AO. So why AO bisects angle A? Because angle BAO is equal to angle CAO, CPCT. These are called CPCT. Therefore, AO bisects angle A. Okay, right. Now in this second question, in triangle ABC is given to us, AD is perpendicular bisector, okay, of BC. It means this BD is equal to DC. So that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Okay, so we are not given that AB is equal to AC. We need to prove that AB is equal to AC. Then only it will become isosceles triangle. Okay, so in this case, in triangle ADB and triangle ADC, we can say that AD is equal to AD So common side. Then angle ADB is equal to angle ADC is equal to 90 degree given as AD is perpendicular to BC. Okay. Similarly, BD is equal to DC. Why? Because AD is bisector of BC. Therefore, triangle ADB is congruent triangle ADC. If it is congruent, therefore AB is equal to AC. Why? CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Therefore, triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Okay. Now here, triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which altitudes BE and CF are drawn to equal sides. So it is already given that a triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, automatically AB will become equal to AC. Okay? Right. In which altitudes BE and CF are drawn to equal sides AC and AB, which is given to us. Now, so that these altitudes are equal, we need to prove that BE is equal to CF, right? And these are 90 degree. So if these are 90 degree, this also will become 90 degree, this also will become 90. Okay. Now in triangle ABE and C, or we can say ACF. Okay. So in that B and CF are not equal, right? And okay, so two angles we will be getting. So angle A is equal to angle A, common. Then angle AFC is equal to angle AEB. Sorry, first we need to write the parts of triangle ABE. So ABE, if we are writing, then angle AEB is equal to angle AFC. So is equal to 90 degree. Third is side. So AB is equal to AC. Therefore, triangle ABE will become congruent to triangle ACF utilizing the concept of AAS rule of congruence, and therefore BE is equal to CF, that is altitudes are equal. Why it is? Because CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Similar type of question is there in this. So ABC is a triangle in which altitudes BE and CF, two sides AC and AB, are equal. So here it is given in which altitudes BE and CF, two sides AC and AB, are equal. So we are given only BE and CF are equal. We do not know about AB and AC, whether that are equal or not. So that triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF, and AB is equal to AC. ABC is an isosceles triangle. So again we need to prove these two triangles congruent. So triangle ABE and triangle ACF. In that we have got ABE. So BE is equal to CF. It is given to us. Similarly, angle A is equal to angle A, that is common. Then angle first we will be writing that one. AEB is equal to angle AFC is equal to 90 degree. Again the two triangles, triangle ABE is congruent to triangle ACF. Which rule? So AAS rule. Okay, two angles and one side are equal to the triangle, so it will be equal. So it is congruent. Therefore, AB is equal to AC. Why? CPCT. Therefore, ABC, triangle ABC is isosceles. Okay. Now, in question number 5, ABC and DBC are two isosceles triangles. It is given to us. Okay, triangle ABC and triangle DBC are isosceles with the same base BC, and we are given that AB is equal to AC and BD is equal to DC, right? Okay, so that angle ABD is equal to angle ACD. It means we need to prove this angle is equal to this angle. In order to prove that, let us join A and D. Join A and D. So construction. We have to go for construction. Join A and D. Okay. Therefore, in triangle ABD and ACD. Okay. So we have AB is equal to AC, that is given. Similarly, we do have BD is equal to DC, that is also given. Okay. And then we are having AD is equal to AD. That is common. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Which rule? SSS rule. SSS rule. Therefore, angle ABD is equal to angle ACD. That is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Now, sixth question, what it is? Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Okay. We are given AB is equal to AC. Similarly, BA is produced to D such that AD is equal to AB. So AD is equal to AC. So we can say that AB is equal to AC is equal to AD. So it has created in such a way that a triangle ABC and a triangle ACD are isosceles. Isosceles. Okay. We need to prove angle BCD is a right angle. Right angle. Okay. This angle is a right angle we need to prove. Okay. Now once you can say if AB is equal to AC, then this angle and this angle both will be equal. Once these two sides are equal, okay, so I will write first angle ABC is equal to angle ACB, right? Okay. Therefore, similarly, if AD is equal to or AC is equal to AD, then in that case angle ACD is equal to angle ADC, of course. So this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay. Now in triangle ABC, we can say that, sorry, not ABC, DBC, complete triangle. In that case, we can write that angle B or angle DBC plus angle BCD plus angle CDB is equal to 180 degree. Means this angle plus complete this angle and plus this angle will be equal to 180 degree. Why? Angle sum property. Angle sum property. Okay. Therefore, right. So DBC is what? ABC only. DBC is what? ABC. And it is equal to angle ACB. So we can write angle ACB plus now angle BCD. So BCD. Right. Angle BCD, I can make it as angle ACB plus angle ACD. I can make it very well. Yes, we can make it. Plus angle CDB is equal to 180 degree. Right? Yes. Then from here what we are finding, angle ACB plus angle ACB. Okay, so it has become 2 angle ACB. Okay, plus ACD and CDB. So CDB or CDA or ADC, both are same. This one. So CDB, yes, CDB can be written as this angle ADC. So ACD. Okay, so here I can write 2 angle ACB plus angle ACD plus angle ACD. Okay, because this angle is equal to this angle and is equal to 180 degree. Further, what we have got, 2 angle ACB plus 2 angle ACD is equal to 180 degree. This has given to us as angle ACB plus angle ACD is equal to, let us erase it now, is equal to 180 degree by 2 is 90 degree. And what it is? Angle ACB plus angle ACD is angle BCD. Okay, is equal to 90 degree, and that only we need to prove that angle BCD is a right angle. Okay, now here no figure is given to us, and we are given that triangle, some triangle ABC is there, and in which angle A is equal to 90 degree. It means this angle is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so this is 90 degree, and also given AB is equal to AC, means this angle is equal to this angle, and we need to find angle B and angle C. So it means this angle and this angle. So once it is given that AB is equal to AC, if AB is equal to AC, it means triangle ABC is isosceles. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle C. Okay, right. Further, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. That is called angle sum property. Angle sum property. So this is angle A, already we are given 90 degree plus angle B, and even angle C is also equal to angle B only. So we can write 180 degree, and further angle, so 2 times of angle B is equal to 180 minus 90, so 90 degree, and it is giving to us as angle B is equal to angle, or you can write 90 degree by 2 is equal to angle C. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle C is equal to 45 degree. Okay, so this is also 45 degree, this is also 45 degree, right. Now in this we are given a triangle. Which triangle? Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangles are those triangles in which all the sides are equal. In an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal to each other. That is, angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C. Sorry. Oh, it's not angle A. It is AB is equal to BC is equal to AC. Okay, all the sides are equal. Now in this case, if AB is equal to AC, then angle B is equal to angle C. Isosceles triangle property. Okay. Now if AC is equal to CB, okay, in that case angle B is equal to angle A. Again, isosceles angle property. Now if we'll add, we know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Why it is so? It is angle sum property. Therefore, so all are equal. Angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C. It means from these two we can get angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C. So if that is the case, we can write angle A plus angle A plus angle A is equal to 180 degree, and therefore 3 times of angle A is equal to 180 degree, and angle A is equal to 60 degree. So it means all angles, angle A, angle B is equal to angle C is equal to 60 degree. All angles are 60 degree in an equilateral triangle. So in this way we have utilized the concept of congruence of triangles also, and we have utilized the property of isosceles triangle also, and we solved the questions. Okay, so thank you very much for all your support, motivation and encouragement with your valuable comments. Thank you once again.